So I'll just start off right here. This is just kind of random, but it does start off with one of the bigger names on the roster, and that's Keldon Johnson. Ethan, what are your thoughts on Keldon kind of going into this offseason?
I hope he takes it upon himself to improve his handles and or his mid-range game. If he can do one of those two things, honestly, handles first, I think everything else will kind of come second. Because everyone has that same gripe with Keldon. It's either 100 miles an hour to the rim, or it's standing behind the 3 point line and knocking down an open spot up jumper. But if he can get just any of those handles to kind of I don't know why I said it like that. If he can get
Create?
some
No, you're
handles,
good.
he will be able to create shots not only for himself but for other
Needs to
players as
deepen his
well.
bag.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And I do think he'll be the second leading scorer again next season. I think this year he finished averaging 17 points per game. I don't think it's unlikely for him to get to that 20 points per game mark next season, Jude.
I don't think it's unlikely either. I was thinking about it just kind of coming into this episode, Ethan, and I feel like there's four guys on the team that have star potential,
Hmm.
potentially, right? But
Hmm.
I think there's two guys on the team that definitely have star potential, and I think that that's DeJounte Murray and Keldon Johnson for sure. I really believe in Primo, and we'll get to him later. And Devin and Primo were the other two that I think have the potential to be. We just gotta, wait a little bit longer because we've only seen a rookie season. I can believe as much as I want, but I want to see a little bit more of him getting consistent playing time before I'm like, oh my God, he's going to be an all-star. Which is exactly what I did with Keldon, and it turned out that, yep, he can be that. What we saw from him this season, I mean, look, the three-point shooting, let's just start right there. I don't know exactly where he finished in the percentage rankings, but if you would have told me Keldon Johnson was shooting over 40%, like not 40%, like 41, 42, because I know that's around where he finished, like I would have been like, that is an insane upgrade for him, and that would have been a win for me on his development for the season. If you would have just told me that straight up. If you would have told me like 38%, I would have been like, wow, that makes us a much better team. But that sort of improvement, I think that's one, a testament to Chip England and what that man can do. And then two, also Keldon's work ethic. And just the way that he was able to grow as a player this year. I mean, we saw multiple 30-point outings from him. It wasn't maybe as consistent as we would like all the time, but that second half of the year, it was as close to being consistent as you can be, because he was really, at least, even like his down nights turned from 10 points to like 19 points in the second half of the year, or 18, 15. And that, I think, was a big jump from him. So I really think that the Derek trade really opened up the floor for him, and that allowed him to kind of have more space and have the ball more to really, thrive in kind of that second man role behind DeJounte.
And all of that while playing power forward, being guarded by guys that are like 3, 4 inches taller, 20, 30 pounds heavier. So if we can get somebody to kind of move into that four spot, allow him to slide back to the three, his game will look even better.
Yep, and that'll allow him to utilize his shooting more because he'll be on the perimeter more. But in order to do that, he kind of has to do what you said: get a little bit more, deep in his bag, get some crossovers, get some more hop steps, get in the gym with Dejounte. Dejounte's got a lot of dribble moves, man.
Hmm.
So all he has to do is, let Dejounte get him right, and he'll be good to go for sure. Only 22 years old for
Yeah.
Keldon Johnson, so I mean the sky's the limit for him.